Right.
Nobody has the ability to do a street battle. So what I'm figuring, I mean, the rapier people, I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about the youth. The only people that and I'm not even worried about the heavy, would just say, look, don't do this. Because this is not going to be a polearm thing. This is going to be a, you know, I'm more worried about somebody standing out here, swinging at somebody standing right there and taking a step forward and doing like this. We're just going to say, watch your targeting. We tell them that all the time anyway. Watch your
because you
targeting.
definitely do not want to, I'm recording now.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to hit these edges.
Because you would bend the edge at the very least.
Yeah, and you're going to damage your weapon.
Yep. And that's the other reason they won't do it, because they'll be afraid of breaking their own stuff.
Yeah.
So what I'm picturing is this. Hey, Galen! Come here, I want you to hear this for the heavies too. Because what I'm picturing is this. When he gets close enough.
I'm David, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Erin.
Nice to meet you, Erin.
And I'm Kathy.
Hey,
Nice
Kathy.
to meet you, Kathy.
So for
How
the
much does it
heavies,
cost to use the range?
The range is actually free. Now we don't operate
they don't own
it.
the range anymore.
Yeah.
They used to.
The only thing they charge for is it's $3 for like 25 plays. That's it. You just got to go check in.
My
and you're
mom's
good
the
to
one that shoots clay, not me.
All right, so here's what I'm figuring for
It's
the
not a bad
heavies.
price for clay.
No, it's
No.
not.
If we get 2 siege engines, great. If we don't get 2 siege engines, we only get 1, we'll change it just slightly. But if we get 2 siege engines, I'm
You
picturing
know
this.
that you waited for him to walk down here and
Yeah,
you walked
he
off.
it's okay, you can hear me.
It's Galen.
We're going to start the heavies on the same end, but like for instance, it's going to be this street and that street. And there's going to be you can't just walk from here to there. There's going to be a wall here, or we're just going to tie a rope or whatever. So you can't just fight here. This is no man's land. This is where the marshals will stand or whatever. So what you're going to have to do is, you're going to have to take your heavies. You're going to have to fight your way up this street, around the corner, and down that street.
So what's the goal?
Well, that's up to the fighters. If we have 2 siege engines, the goal is you have to take your siege engine, get it up the street, around the corner, and down the street in a position to fire on a target that will stick up against that fence or wherever. You have to hit it 3 times in order to succeed.
Okay, so it's kind of like reverse capture the flag.
Yeah. Now here's the thing.
Got to move your asset
To the other side.
to an attack position.
Now here's the thing. I'm going to make a determination that you cannot, normally you can just break the siege engine. I'm going to say the siege engine cannot be broken, but you can kill the crew. And let's say that this side gets its siege engine up to that end of the street, and you kill the siege engine crew, then you can take your own defenders and defend it so that they can't just walk up to it and take it back. So they have to move the siege engine from here all the way around the corner and shoot it whatever. That's if we get 2 siege engines. If we don't,
Why can't the siege engines be metaphorical if you don't get 2 live siege engines?
Well, do we even need 2? If we get 1,
if we get 1, we just run it twice.
Yeah, and we just switch the sides.
That's
I think that'd be.
If we get 2, now see, well, because here's the funny.
Okay, you need to advertise that now so
I'm-
that people will understand that they want something that's not 400 pounds.
Right, on wheels preferably too. And preferably a ballista rather than a trebuchet.
Yeah, because I'm setting trebuchet up here and hurling over the roof.
And I understand that. That's the reason why
Yep,
you...
I know, I got it. So anyway, if you have 2 siege engines, what's going to happen is, eventually, they're going to run into each other, and then they're going to have to fight and get around each other. I mean, you can shoot.
Yeah,
a siege engine with another siege
I
engine.
think going with 1 siege engine.
Well, it depends
and
on what
then-
shows up. I don't want to say I only want 1 siege engine to show up because then nobody will show up.
Yeah, this is true. But regardless,
Looks like
I'm going to turn this off.
That's okay.